All right. So, in the giant D20 is the raffle tickets. Which one of you would like to reach in there and pull out the lucky winner?
There's Bianka.
Ta-da!
Live from downtown Miami. The high
There
emergency.
is.
Oh, I found it.
You found it? And it's only one. And read the number.
Oh, okay. 0891009.
Woo! Oh, we got a
Way!
winner! Come on down, play some celebrity D&D. Who do we got
Yeah,
here?
who do we got here? And what's your name, sir?
My name is Jonathan.
Wait a minute, let me check this
Welcome,
ticket,
Jonathan.
Jonathan. I know you're legit. Bianca,
There we go.
Oh, I'll
Yeah,
try.
yeah.
a favor.
Yeah, better make sure that it's not a fraud.
Yeah, we gotta make sure it's somebody who hasn't
It
been
is
drinking.
Florida.
Check
There
it.
could be election fraud.
It's a winner.
Well, there we go. We got ourselves a
Who are you?
winner.
I'm Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hello, Jonathan.
Jonathan, you ever played D&D before?
Love it.
You played it?
Several
Oh,
times.
well, look out. A ringer.
Well, I'll tell you, the chimps appreciate your $1
That's right.
donation
Excuse
too. Yes.
me for 1 second?
Yes. Oh, uh-oh. Here we go.
Go get
Yes.
chimps.
We got a plug here. Yeah.
Wait, we got chimps?
No, that would be actually very surprising. This whole game's gonna unravel real fast, you know. Like you're throwing dice around the room and everything.
Hopefully it is dice.
Yeah, I don't know what else he's got.
Now, I may be a real-life super villain, but there is a soft spot in my heart for chimpanzees. So I plan to raise some money this evening for Save the Chimps, the world's largest chimpanzee sanctuary right here in Fort Pierce, Florida. They have 12 3-acre islands where up to 300 chimpanzees live in total freedom. Now, these are chimps that were in 5x5 concrete cells, in individual cells by themselves. Yes, actually, I saw the NASA guy today, and I said, you guys did some mean things to my chimps. That's why I'm here.
There you go.
Thank you for my
You know, I'm gonna put it right here.
for my post-op. Post.
Can we?
What he said out
promote
of his
it? There we
range.
go. Perfect.
Whatever.
Right behind you. All right. Well.
Stout?
Please.
I opened it for someone. They're not super cold, but it's a stout. You know?
Good enough.
It's a stout. You gotta
You
have
can
it like
drink
the
at room
English.
temperature, baby.
You know, room temperature. All right. Well, welcome everyone to our very first Dungeons and Dragons event. Dungeons and Dragons, or D&D as it's otherwise known, is the granddaddy of all RPGs. RPGs as in role-playing games. What's a role-playing game? It's a game in which you play a role, and that role we're going to find out soon, which each and every single one of you is going to end up having a character sheet, and you are to become that character. So for the next 2-3 hours, you are going to become whatever these characters are. Some are elves, some are dwarves, some are halflings, and some are just humans.
What's a halfling?
A halfling is, well, it's a half human.
It's a
smaller
it's a
version of a
Tolkien
human.
hobbit. You just
Yeah,
don't wanna
well,
break
yeah,
any
we're not.
abridgments.
I didn't want to say the H word.
Yeah. Big lawsuit.
But so now the game itself is really just imaginary based. So just have fun, you use your imagination, have fun with it. There's no right, no wrong. It is a game. So now you might say, well, how do we win? How do you lose? It's really a team effort. This thing is a team effort.
That's right.
Each one of you will have a particular set of skills.
We are
And
not
those skill
competing.
sets. No, it's a team. So like he may have certain skills that will come in handy in a certain situation. You may have skills that will also come in later on. You're going to see these situations that I will present to you, and you will decide. So it's really like a story in which you will write how this whole thing ends, all based
Like a
on
movie.
2 things: your decisions and the roll of the dice. And that I can't even control. So that's where this whole randomized, interesting thing where it just comes out and you have no idea how the outcome can turn out. You can live, you can die. There's good things and there's bad things. But overall, as you play as a team, do the right things, you're pretty much going to come out just fine. So next step, I think before we begin, I just got to say thank you to a few people here. First, the Misi Feed directors, Troy Bernier, Eric Swain, and Edward Figueroa, because without them, really none of all of this would be here.
That's true.
Also, shout out to the girls that created the signs out there, the big backdrop, the ladies from Color My Name Design Studio. Also would like to thank the Hyatt Regency for allowing us to have this here. Also to all our celebrity guests.
Yoo-hoo.
Teressa, Bianca.
Who are the
Dean
celebrity
Lyon.
guests?
Ah, yes,
yeah,
yes.
Let's go around the table.
We
Let's start
are.
with this pretty one over here.
Bianca, Miami Heat dancer.
I'm Bianca.
What else do you do, Bianca? Besides being a dancer at Miami Heat, what's your passion, dear?
My passion?
Yeah.
Well, my passion's been dance all my life.
Dance all your
That's
life. Duh.
All I love to do. All
All
I've done all
right.
my life.
Excellent, girl. Keep it up.
All right. Dean Lyon, give us the spiel.
That's me. Oh, I thought you were going to interview me.
He just might.
Dean
Don't
Lyon.
give him the opportunity.
Apparently you're some sort of celebrity.
Apparently. Apparently, yes.
So what are you known for? What's your biggest thing that you're proud of?
That's a hard one.
That's a hard one. Your favorite project?
I have a passion about visual effects and computer graphics, primarily for, I'm well known primarily for feature films, but I've also done lots of other interesting things besides that. And I always think it's interesting that everyone falls back on Lord of the Rings, but
we love
probably the biggest thing that I'll
We
ever work
love
on in
it.
my whole life.
And it ties right into the game here. Thanks,
Yeah.
Dean, for coming.
Yeah,
Who
absolutely.
the hell is this guy again?
I am a guy that loves video games.
Just what?
Okay, I am a event coordinator for video games, for tournaments and stuff like that.
Awesome.
So that's what I do professionally.
Wow. So so let me ask you, what's your favorite video game?
Well, that's hard because
Ah.
there's too many out there that's
Yeah.
really good. You can't just pick one. You know, like if you pick a favorite series, you can't just name one.
What about a classic video game then?
classic video game?
Like how classic? Like Pac-Man
Yeah,
classic?
the first
or
one
like
you ever played.
Zelda
The first
classic?
one I've ever played was I can't even remember the name of that one. It was on the Turbo 2000, okay?
Awesome.
This was like
Wow.
way back, like,
Gene and I had a Pong competition together.
Well, you and I were talking about Adventure on the Atari 2600 back in like
Yes.
1981.
And the girl's like, what
man.
is this? What? I don't
It's
I
a
don't
very-
speak Greek.
Before iPads.
yeah, this was like the way to describe it is very, very hard because literally the game was just a little card that you would slide into a system and you would have to flip a switch and then that was it. That's how they used to do it back in the days. We didn't have no cartridges. Like literally take off the cartridges and there's just a card
Just a
inside
card.
there. You just slide inside. This system took away the cartridges. We're just gonna slide in the
Nah.
card, done.
That's it.
The only problem is that if the card would get scratched, there goes the
Done.
game.
Oh,
So it was.
How
It had
frustrating.
awesome moments and it had horrible moments. So needless to say, yeah, games is my passion. I've
great, man.
been doing it for years.
Hey, I have been playing Pong and Space Invaders ever since, and I tell people that I've been on video games since Pong came out. I haven't stopped.
Yep.
I've played Pong. What's the end?
Think
of
about
Pong?
it. Well, you get to manipulate something on a screen. I'm making that move right now.
Yeah.
You know? All right, who's this?
I am Teressa, representing the Miami Heat dance.
Woo
unit.
woo. And so, besides dancing,
Yeah.
what else
What's
is
your passion?
Dance is my passion, but I'm also an athlete. I used to run track.
Oh, you want to wrestle later?
I'll race you.
Yeah, he
I won't
won't
get
catch
out
you.
of the room.
Yeah, you won't. Yeah, you can't catch her.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
Tamerlane, real life super villain, South Florida's resident villain. I've become somewhat infamous lately in that I helped the creator of Batman get his proper credit. You see, Batman creator Bill Finger never got credit for creating Batman. So 75 years later, I met his granddaughter, and the two of us began going to comic conventions together. And I called the New Times, and I demanded that Kyle Swenson of New Times interview me and Miss Finger. And he got the ball rolling. Coincidentally, not but a few months after the article came out in New Times, Batman on the front cover, what did DC do? DC gave credit to Bill Finger for creating Batman.
I still have that New Times inside my house.
Thank you. You know the one. Yes. And now my friend should be a few $1 million richer. Now the other funny thing is, when Bane came out from The Dark Knight Rises, I was already on the scene. So half of my friends and family were like, I thought we just watched you for 2 hours. Now think about it. Now hear me out. If you know the character from DC Comics, he's a Latin luchador.
Yes.
Mysteriously, in the new movie, he was bald,
Yes.
wearing earth tones, a glove on one hand, and speaking with a strange, distorted mid-Atlantic accent. That's an accent. Coincidence? I think not. Prophecy, perhaps.
It's the interview that did it.
It certainly helped. Well, the author did contact DC Comics, and all DC was concerned about is the article, does it make us look bad? So, it planted that seed at the very least. What do you say?
I say, let's play some D&D.
All right.
All right. And you know what? This is very interesting because this is exactly how the game goes. It just will sidetrack and we just talk and goof around. So even if we don't complete the whole thing, that's all part of the game.
Exactly.
It's really just enjoying the moment and having a lot of fun together. Now, before we go, we're going to have to decide what kind of characters. We're going to probably do a roll-off. You got the big blue die 20?
Yes. Roll to see who goes first? To pick?
Yes.
Or what?
Yes. Well, you already got
I don't have
yeah.
to roll. I'm going to
No.
pass it clockwise.
Yes. So roll, and the higher the roll, the better.
We got a 15.
15. Dean.
13.
Lucky.
Jonathan.
9. To quote Hitler, 9. And 3.
3.
Not out the lowest number 1. That'd
Well,
be a
you know,
different
it
game.
happened to just go.
BB,
like-
what's up?
So, some of the choices you have here. There are the dwarfs, cleric dwarfs. What is a
What are you
cleric?
trying to say?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's one of the choices. You don't have to pick it. I'm just saying
Okay.
there are
he's saying
dwarfs.
is
So I so happen to
Did you
be-
shave your beard
Dwarf
before
is
coming?
just nice, that's all.
And are you the dungeon master?
Yes, that's
I
right.
might
Yeah,
as
who
well.
are you? Introduce yourself.
I guess, yeah.
Who
might as
are
well.
you, good sir?
I am the dungeon master. I'm at, how would you say, like the referee. Okay, what I do is I really just go ahead, I present the game to you, and I make sure that everything kind of works and it keeps going, and if there's like a conflict, I will make a decision if I have to. But I'm here to make sure that you have a great time, and if I have to make a decision here and there, I will, and other than that, I just
So
let
you're
it go
not-
crazy and let's just see what happens.
You're not here to slay us.
Oh no,
Okay.
no.
All
I'm
right.
here.
So-
Actually, if anything, I am more on your side. But a
And
lot
we're
of the times, I cannot control. You know, I can't control that. So
And we're
if
not
you
supposed
fail,
to slay each other, right?
I don't think you should. Remember, it's a team effort. You
All right,
don't.
all
You
right.
don't beat up your other team members.
So,
Yeah, keep
out
that
of
in mind.
curiosity,
Don't get
so
fired.
out of curiosity, you could make this the worst game we've ever played.
Yeah, but
It's
then
like-
why would you want that? You know, I mean, that's the thing. It's like you.
It won't look good on film.
The objective, yeah. The objective is so that you have fun. If this is just a slaughter match, you know, it's like, well, what's the big
My
deal?
question is, do you do it every day of the week?
You could.
Do I?
Do you?
No.
Do,
No.
You wish, you wish.
You're really
If it was my passion, then I
No,
would
he's
do
a
it every day. Yeah, maybe.
So it's not as passionate as like me with video games that I literally play video games every day.
Yeah, see, I
And
can't.
I am a supervillain every day.
We did.
Oh.
Yep.
And I drink beer.
Hey, here's
Beer
the Dean.
connoisseur, yeah.
Here's the Dean. All right. So again, choices. There are the halflings,
Smaller than dwarves.
smaller than dwarves. See, so I didn't even, you know. There are the elves. Okay. So of the dwarfs, the class you have is a cleric.
What the hell?
What is a cleric? Is like a priest. You have a connection with the dwarven god in which you can destroy undead. You also have the ability to heal your friends. You're also pretty good in combat. You're stocky. You're strong. Some very good qualities. Okay. If you pick the halfling, this particular character class is very good at being like a thief or a rogue. You're good at like finding traps, disabling those traps. Very sneaky. You could pickpocket. You can hide in the shadows, backstab on a monster that might be crawling down the hallway or something like that. So that's kind of like where you're going to be very useful. And the last is the elves. And the elves here is the magic user. That's the ones that cast spells and, from just their innate
They're
ability.
wizards.
Yeah, a wizard. So,
Harry Potter.
otherwise maybe also known as a mage.
Wizard Hattie.
So, of those three, would you have a...
Claire.
You want to be the cleric?
Really interesting.
And your character is Magda,
Magda. Ooh.
cleric of
She's cute.
Mordane.
I like
So
her outfit.
and, of course,
She has a crown too.
you get a representative on the table,
She doesn't
And-
look like her.
and you get a set of dice
Ooh,
because you're gonna need some dice to play.
okay.
And okay, so the cleric is
Dean was the next highest roll.
yes. So, all right. Two other choices, Dean. There's the magic user elves or the halfling thieves.
Elron.
I want to be the magic user.
You want to be the magic user? All right. You are Evelios, the magic user. Let me get your
Sounds
your
Greek.
character here. Here we go. There's your
Pointy
this little
ears.
figure. Yep. And you now we're going to go over the sheet really quick once everybody has it. There's going to be some information each one of you are going to need to know. You get the bonus. Okay. You get the extra bonus 5th. Okay. You are automatically you don't get to choose.
So I've been set up from the beginning.
Yes, you kind of did.
Prophecy.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
But it's a cool character. You are Ragnarok, the
Nice name.
fighter, human fighter with the big
Another
old.
fighter.
Oh, we're gonna go over props in a second.
So I get to beat the junk out of stuff. Yeah.
Now,
I don't get to choose that.
yeah, you are Jillian.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
you are Jillian, the halfling thief. Let me get your character.
We don't have. I wanted that
Here
character.
is your.
I'm not even gonna. I wanted that character. I wanted to be a thief.
I want her too, but I want her in my sub basement.
No.
And then, of course, we have
Hey.
Tamadar. Wow, how is your spot always like the most damaged area around?
Well,
And
he
look,
is a super villain.
and there, and look, he even gets his own guy that looks like him.
Yeah.
Don't rub it in. Well, you have to. You're a supervillain. So.
There you go. Look at that. Look, look just like me. I love it.
Just so happens. And it
Just
has
so
a
happens.
skull.
Completely by chance.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so, all right, that's it here. Oh, you get a familiar. A familiar is a small little animal that you have a connection with. Your familiar is a rat named Ben.
Oh, that's, oh.
A rat name.
A rat
I
named
remember
Ben?
that. I remember that.
Ben,
Oh,
yes.
Ben's cute. Oh, a little.
All right.
Is this getting weirder? It's just getting weirder by the moment, doesn't it?
And, oh, take a pencil, pass it around. You're going to need that.
Cute?
No stabbing.
I'm
I know
looking
it
at
gets a
you.
little hectic in the locker room with you girls. There's no way you like it all, everyone you work with. No.
Actually, do.
It's that one chick. It's always everyone's business. You know what I'm talking about.
No.
Probably blonde, too.
All right. So, the character sheets.
Yes.
All right, you see there on the top right, there's a little bit of a brief description. It's just to kind of give you an idea about your personality, maybe a little bit of your history. It's only to give you a framework to start with. So you can read it and kind of have a feel for it. All that other information, both the front and the back, don't be overwhelmed with how much like numbers and things like that. Those things are going to become apparent later as we go through the adventure. I'll be calling on certain things, tell you what to roll, and you look for that on your sheet, and we'll go from there. Individuals such as, say, we have the wizard. You have spells. It's all listed on there. You can make your choices accordingly. We have like the rogue, the thief. So Jillian, she's going to actually have certain abilities, and that's listed there. I try to highlight in yellow some of those, special things that you could do when it comes time for your choice. Now, so right now, as we got the group together,
Is there homework? I'm sorry. There's homework on this.
all right. No,
Be a
there
test at
isn't.
the
You're
end.
not going to be tested. Okay. All right. Your adventure today
Okay.
takes you to the central regions of the Flaness. And that's the world in which this setting is taking place. It's very similar to the world that we live in, but it's just called the Flaness. All right. Several days' journey away from the great central city of Greyhawk, you find yourself close to the northern border of the county of Ernst. This is a very dangerous area, mostly because you're very close to the border with the Empire of Ayuz. All right? But with this area, this dangerous area, comes great opportunities for adventure and a chance to write your name into the scrolls of historical records. So, a few miles north, outside the border city of Rowena, stands an old, ominous wizard's tower. Only recently made vacant due to the assumed death and disappearance of the wizard who lived within. Why assumed? Once a week, supplies were ordered by the wizard, sent by a messenger raven from him, went into the nearest town of Rowena, and those supplies were sent to him. Payment was always waiting on the doorstep of the tower, as you're going to see right there. That's that little tower there. And this arrangement had been going on for as far as anybody can remember, and that's a very long time. Over a past month, no orders have been received at all. No raven, and a local hunter passing by the tower that no coin purse was on the doorstep. All right? Now, but he did notice that the front door was slightly ajar, and you could probably see that the little door is slightly ajar. All right? Also, a few curious townsfolk about a week ago went up to the tower to observe only to find silent and no light coming from within, even at nighttime. Local rumor has the wizard to be over about 120 years old, since this has been going on for longest anybody's ever lived. Also, a possible conjurer of spirits and elementals, but nobody knows for sure. Mostly because he's never elementals. An elemental is a creature that is created from the elements. It is conjured, so you can have fire elementals. So it's a little creature made of fire, some of water, some made of the earth, and some from the air itself. Okay, so that's an elemental.
Very feng shui.
Yes. But nobody really knows for sure what this wizard really did, because nobody really conversed with him. He was pretty much a hermit and dealt with himself. But he never bothered with anybody either. He just stayed in his tower and he did his own thing. They gave him a name, though. They really didn't know his name, but they called him Magius.
Magius.
Yeah. So to the locals, if you referred to Magius, that's who they were referring to. Okay. So in steps you guys, the adventurers. The curious local authorities in Rowena have charged you all with the task to enter the tower, search for the wizard, and find out what has become of him.
We get paid?
Are you getting paid? They'll get to that. So, but they do say, do not touch or take anything. Okay? Yes, yeah, of course, yeah. They want it, but, you can kind of read between the lines. They kind of want the cash, so they don't want you to touch anything, but I'll leave that up to you to make that choice also.
But there was no cash.
Yeah, that's what you can say.
What cash?
They also point out in the direction to where to find the wizard's tower. Within several hours of journey on an old dirt road, the tower emerges before you from the wood line. It appears to lean slightly to the left, no matter which angle you view it. So it's kind of weird. It looks like the leaning tower piece. And then you turn to this side, but it's still leaning that way. So no matter how you look, it keeps leaning this way. It's a very odd optical illusion. Maybe, a crazy spell that the wizard did. Who knows, But that's so you can even have two people staying on each side. I see it to the left, and the other person sees it to the left. But that's impossible, but that's how it's viewed. It's very strange. Also, what's called you have skills. And some of the skills that you'll see on the other side, on the left, you see like where it says diplomacy and hide and such. There's spot and listen. Those are certain skills that you can use throughout the adventure when certain situations come up. For instance, in this one, if you wanted to do a listen to hear if you hear anything coming from within, or a spot check to see if you see any movement or something strange going on, that would be a listen or a spot check. No need to get into that because it's just there's nothing. It's dead silence and there's nothing moving on. Okay. The tower itself is semicircular in design, like you see, approximately 30 feet wide. The tower is about 115 feet high, including the peak rooftop. The front door is on the south side.
How many high?
115.
Holy crap.
Yep. So we're going to keep this kind of direction. So the door is on the south side. So where Jonathan is, south.
I'm the south.
Yes.
You're the north.
Correct. And I would be the north. The front door is made of heavy oak and iron banding. And you'll see 2 windows on each side of the tower. So you will have 2 windows south, north, east, and west. The first window 40 feet above the ground and the second at 80 feet. No other distinguishing features are present as the tower overall looks quite plain and unattractive. It looks like it's just nothing fancy about it. Very simple in design. So, you right now could place your figures, your representatives, your avatars, if you will, outside the door in any way you want. So,
The rat.
Why is the rat bigger than me?
yeah.
No, you're a little
You can
bit
ride the
bigger.
rat.
You're a little bit
You
bigger.
can
Look at
ride
that.
Oh my God, you're not the rat.
The rat could be your horse.
Yeah,
Power.
you can ride the rat.
You're gonna have a
This is
rat
why-
steed.
But
A
this is
rat
why I wanted
steed.
your character. I can ride a rat. Come on. How's that not cool?
All right. Anybody want to go up to the door to kind of check inside, peek in there? Any
I will be the
choices?
brave one. Since
nice
I'm the
knowing you.
warrior. Of course, you wouldn't, scary cat.
Good. No, go ahead. After you, sir.
The next door you're checking.
There's 3 other people.
So go ahead, Rangaroth, move forward, and now from that position, obviously you can't see inside. Yeah. So you'll see on the floor plans. When the map unfolds, you see that they're done in 1-inch squares. Each square you would put your character on.
Okay.
Each square represents 5 feet by 5 feet in the game. Okay. So you are allowed to stay 1 square, which is 5 feet by 5 feet. Okay. That's your space. Okay. So you're right there in front of that little spot right there, and you're fine. So now you can kind of see in it, and what you see. With the light that's coming in right now, it's towards the day. Remember, it took about several hours to get here. So the light is from the west. It's not shining in. You got some ambient light. You could see there's something inside, looks like furniture and stuff like that, but it's not all that clear. So you either have to open up the door more or look at your equipment list, which is on the back side. I believe it is on the back side, towards the
Yeah,
bottom. You
open
can
the
see
door.
where it says equipment. I think you might have torches or something like that. It's
I
up to you.
have 10 torches. I'm gonna light one and throw one in.
Okay.
Well, not
Game over.
Not.
You light up the whole thing. That's it. All right,
not
guys,
gonna-
thank you for playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Don't
Yeah.
touch anything.
This
but
is
burn
great.
The whole place down.
The girls are like, great, we're done. I'm out of here.
I know what happened to the tower now. So I will not toss it all the way in. I'll do it halfway in. just
So,
to-
like, what? You want to like toss it like 5
That's
feet
what he
in,
said.
10 feet? Give me a range. Remember, the tower itself, when you see, is about 30
30
feet. So,
yeah,
you know,
let's do about 10 feet.
10
Just,
feet?
to
Okay,
give-
so you light your torch, and you kind of toss it, and you see it, and it rolls in. And yes, it looks like there's, some furniture going on in there. It looks like, kind of old, maybe a little dusty looking. But it looks kind of cozy from what you see. Except for the rug that's on the floor right now, which is starting to catch on fire.
The rug will be fine.
Okay.
So it looks safe.
Yes,
But
you
then
don't
again-
see.
But then again, I'm not no trap
That's-
master.
yeah.
I cannot detect traps.
All right, look on your sheet. Look at your spot. See where it says spot?
I have a -1.
Okay, it all bases on certain attributes. So I think that's intelligence based. It depends on your intelligence. Whatever, you get a +1. So roll your die 20, add the 1. I know the number to see if you could breach it.
It's
So
a -1.
a 15.
You're a -1.
All right, you kind of. Oh, it's a -1.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a -1.
Yes, it's -1.
It's -1. So what did you roll? A 16.
13.
A 14, so
You got a 13.
13, yes.
Yeah. It's still a relatively good. The DC. A DC means difficulty class. There's certain things that will be done that depending on how difficult it is, has a certain number.
Higher the roll, the better.
Yes. Some difficulties are really easy, like looking in this very small room with a torch, which has a certain amount to.
Easy.
Yes, it's relatively easy. It was actually a DC 10. Now, normally I don't tell you. All I tell you is success or failure. It was successful. You don't see anything. So you do see, like I said, a little more detail, but you don't see nothing scurrying. You don't see no funny shadows.
Rats.
You know, so you're fine. Yeah. So you're looking in there. Yeah, like you said, it looks kind of safe.
Okay. So can I go in and pick up the torch and put out the fire now?
If you'd like. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
You'll have to open the door more. You won't be able to squeeze in there.
Now's the last
You're a
resort.
big guy with
Right,
giant
no
armor and
rock.
everything like that. So,
Open the door and go in.
okay. Yes.
Does he die?
What?
Does he die?
No,
Oh.
he doesn't die. Before I describe to you what you see in the room, you know, it's going to be a little more detail. Anybody else want to do something in midway? You don't have to wait.
Well,
You
if he
can-
didn't
you can
die in
kind
that
of-
part, I'll follow him in. Directly, yeah.
All right.
You can get in front of me if you would like.
No, you're all right.
All right, so
You're doing good.
right behind. Anybody else? You gonna wait for these two?
I'll wait to see what they see.
Okay.
Don't be
Nothing wrong with
scared, Come on
that.
in. We can all die together.
If you die, I can heal you, no?
Yeah, well, that's true, theoretically.
Pick that.
Well, healing the dead, I don't think I would. It
No,
would be
you said you
useful.
could bring back the
I wouldn't tell you. You can.
Or you
They
can bring
can
back the dead,
They
but
can.
healing the dead would be.
Well, no, you can't.
Bring it back, bring it back.
Okay, as long as I take you with me, it'll be okay.
What?
Well, you guys are in, okay, and it's pretty much a little bit more detail from what you,
Well, what
you know
do we
what I
see,
described. You are seeing like suits of armor, paintings, tapestries, some fancy furniture, some urns. You also see some other doors,
Case?
but it's very interesting. There's a
Ladder?
we're gonna get no, I didn't mention that.
Okay.
But you do kind of have, you see something without kind of leading off too much. Your answer to them would be, you guys got to come in here. You got to see this. There is
You're not
something
gonna
very,
believe this.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on
You
in.
will.
It's safe this far.
All right. So basically, everybody
Ben
wants
should
to
go
go in.
first.
It's safe.
Oh man, you
Okay.
didn't give me much room.
You
Right
think
now,
that-
right.
Why does everybody want to stay behind me? Okay.
Stick with my rat.
Okay,
There's
let's
a
move
brave
Ben.
one that went
Let's
in
move
first.
Ben.
Okay. All right. Here's where I got to do a little bit of design work.
Oh.
So I'm going to grab all the characters here.
no,
It's
you're
pretty much
touching
the same
me.
thing. And what you see is quite interesting. When you get inside, the room is much bigger.
Whoa, freaky deaky.
And another optical.
Yes.
Yes.
Obviously,
So,
You wouldn't believe me if I would have told you.
obviously created by a CGI expert.
yeah. So, and you also see.
I was thinking if the tower was 110
Another door.
feet tall,
Mm-hmm.
but it's leaning, it's only 90 feet tall.
There you go. Right.
So, wait a minute. If it's leaning at 100 feet, maybe it's 110 feet tall.
Is this like an 11-story tower?
What does that tell us?
I feel like I'm looking at a lot.
Gravitational pull? I don't know. That's a different movie. It's a different genre.
There's more doors.
Yes.
Why is there so many doors?
That's the interesting thing. When you were on the outside, I'll just gonna use this one over here. You already had that door open. So here's the party. You guys kind of came in there.
Yeah, I'm the only one in front.
You're like brave one.
Yes.
All right. So,
Cleric revived me.
and there are some goodies in here that we gotta show because. You like goodies?
We all have different descriptions of what a goodie might be.
Yeah.
Is it the carpet that
I like to
caught on
decorate.
fire?
You like to
Yes,
decorate?
but he did
Yeah, right.
kind of grab
Put
the
it
torch
out.
and he did put it out. Yeah. So it's got a little bit smoldering
We could
fringe
sell
there,
that,
but that's
you know,
about
on
it.
eBay.
Hey, don't tell the wizard, okay?
On D&D Bay.
D&D Bay.
Yeah.
There's all
All the
kinds of
geeks,
like.
all the geeks sell their crap. Once they actually get a girlfriend, they stop playing this.
Yeah,
Not all true. I am married with 2 kids and I'm still playing today.
And I'm still single. I haven't had a girlfriend since the president was white.
That
There we go.
was.
That's
So-
quite a couple terms ago. wasn't
7
it?
years.
I mean,
Or at least whiter.
All right.
whiter. I mean, he could be turning back white. He might get a girlfriend then.
Yeah, count the
He
little
is.
brown one.
He is. If you've seen what the years have done to the man. Poor man.
Alrighty. So as the group enters in, a few details become immediately apparent. First, there's this pleasant aroma of a very fragrant incense burning from a small brass
just
brazier
Teressa.
hanging from the ceiling on the east side. Secondly, all the assorted light sources within the room.
Jillian.
There's candelabras, there's torches on the wall, there's also some scattered candle votives resting upon furniture and things throughout. They begin to ignite immediately and burn with a magical luminescence of like blues and white. So as soon as you entered the room, it was like somebody turned on a light switch.
So wait.
So your torch, you could put it out if you like.
Here,
So you
here's
told
a
me
little torch.
I threw my torch in, made sure it's safe, and I used my torch for nothing.
Basically.
Did you minus a torch off your sheet, by the way?
No, it didn't completely burn out.
Oh, okay, so I can
it's-
save it, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
Nice.
yes,
I'm
I
just
will
saying.
put it out.
Yeah, it has like 10 minutes of use. You're fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
absolutely.
Otherwise, I'd have to take one of yours.
All right. Thirdly, you see 3 other doors, exactly the same size and appearance as the front door that you went through, to the walls of the north, east, and west. And lastly, you notice that this room appears to be twice as large than what you see from the outside. And there were no doors appearing on the outside.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
all completely, it was only one door. Because remember, you looked around, you saw how it was leaning and everything. So it's very odd. It's like bigger doors, strange, but we're dealing with
I noticed
probably
something that's
high-powered
missing
magic.
here.
What's that? The wizard.
Well, I doubted he would be on the bottom floor,
Yeah.
but this tower is 100 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Bob,
Where's
you,
the stairs?
And he says, and strangely, there seems to be no stairway leading upwards or a trapdoor along the
if I were you,
ceiling.
I'd walk across that rug and open that door.
Your only choices are the 3 doors that you see before you.
Come on, Raggedy-Doo round.
Whoa. I'm heavy-footed. I think somebody with much lighter footing, should
Let's
go
send the
for
little
me.
one,
The
Jillian.
little one.
Jillian,
Jillian.
open a door or something.
Go right, Ben.
Check for
Door,
traps.
door.
We're
Check
wearing
for traps.
armor, we're carrying swords.
Check
we're
for
heavy.
traps. Check for traps. I'm gonna try to save you. Check for traps.
You don't have to check.
Check for traps. I'm sorry. I
Sorry,
don't trust
it's
this
a
place
paper
not one
store.
bit. I don't trust this place. It's not. It's lying to
So
the
you gonna
eyes.
leave?
No, I never said that.
All right,
Don't
so make a
trust the
decision.
place.
You guys are like
Bah,
sitting there.
enough talk. I'm gonna walk around that rug now. 5, 10, 15, 20. How far do I go?
Yes, your movement. Look on the front of the sheet. You will see a thing right there underneath your description. It says speed.
So I can only go 20?
Okay, so
Or can I go
yes,
twice
like
that?
see, it will say 20 feet, and underneath there's a number.
4.
That number
That's how many squares.
means how many squares.
So I only move 4
Because
squares?
remember, each square is 5 feet.
That's
So
it? I just move 4?
yes, you move forward.
Nothing happened?
Now you could run across the room and run to the other side, but that leaves you with no other options.
Okay, I'll stop.
Okay.
You can run, but you have to speak.
Because there's only so much you can do what is called in your round. Every round is about 6 seconds. So if you kind of walk, you can also do something in addition. But if you're running, you're just double timing, which means you're using up all your time just to run across. So he walked and okay, you've made it to the middle of the room. Nothing, you didn't step on any traps or anything like that. I tell you, it's a very cozy and wonderful room, you know.
I'm heading to that north door.
I'm gonna go over here and check out what's over here.
Okay. Anything like you want to like search for? Do a search
what's
roll?
up with the pots?
Yeah, you could go ahead and kind of poke around. So if you want to like look into like some of the furniture, you want to look at some of the pots.
Home Depot.
Tier
Actually,
1. Taikio.
Ooh, yeah, I love to.
so I'm gonna be the curious one, and I want to check out the chest in the corner.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a
you
chest?
already went that far. So
Yeah,
I mean, you
I
can
can't
spot from here. It's not going to really do you much. You probably have to go up there and actually do a physical search. So
Yeah.
you might have
Alright,
to
so
do it on your next time.
Yeah, I will wait.
Okay.
I
Thanks
will
for pointing
wait.
that shit out.
I will let everybody else.
Anybody
go.
else want to do anything special? Go to a door. It's, you know what, and another thing here, it's not combat. When it's not in combat, we don't really have to do this moving in space. Just tell me what you want to do. If you really want to do, go over to the pots. Tamerlane, go to the door. If you want to go to a door or
I can
some
go
furniture,
right to this
go
door?
right to there. Yeah,
All right.
go right to there. Put your places where you like to investigate.
All right, cool.
I'll
Yeah,
investigate next turn.
yeah. Because there's no monsters here. There's nothing going on. So if you see something interesting in the room, go ahead.
We're like
And we'll
spread
go
out. We're
around.
tactical, baby. We're like
Yeah, you just
SWAT.
guys like spread out, you know.
Something
this
jumps in the middle of the room, we kill it.
We
Yeah,
haven't
we
figured
look at it.
we
Roll it in
haven't
the
figured out how to be a team
Without
yet.
without even
Yeah, maybe that's
discussing,
it.
you guys just like immediately were like,
We
I
haven't
got
figured
this,
out
this,
how to be a
this.
team yet.
Yeah, oh, you guys are doing great, So we're just gonna go right around the room. So you're
Okay.
at the door. What would you like to do with that?
I'd like to listen to the door and make sure it's not like a dragon.
All right,
breathing
so go
next
ahead,
door
roll your
or
die
something.
20, and
I got a negative 1 and I got a
And-
0.
Yes.
You hear
It's a
nothing.
0.
Yeah, you actually hear your own ear scrub on the door.
I just got the worst roll of
The
the game.
bristly hair on your ears just made too much noise. You heard nothing. All right, let's go around. So, Magda, what are you doing, Magda? Here, it looks like you're over by some
Yeah, I'm over by that little
like
chest armor.
okay armoire thing. Wow, armoire. I like
I
that.
know you spoke French.
Yeah, armoire.
Armoire.
Oh, by the
No, it's
armoire.
Paris.
Yes,
Summer,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
so is there the jam? Sorry.
Are you like, did you want to go through the drawers? Are you just
Yes.
checking around it? Okay, so then that's going to be a search. So go ahead, yep. And so it's just the die 20, that's the big one, yep, and then you get just whatever it is. Excellent.
15.
All right, you kind of go through, and there's just like mundane stuff. There's like, some, what do they call it? Like, some forks, knives, spoons. It looks like, something to have snacks with. There's some napkins
Perfect, that's
folded
what I
up
like.
nice. Yeah.
We like snacks. Goodies and snacks.
Yeah,
By the way.
maybe another drawer has some like extra candles to light around the room,
Okay.
but not necessary because these are all magical candles anyway. Yeah, but it's just mundane stuff, nothing
Okay.
fancy. You search
Stuff
through
for my
very
house.
well. There's nothing valuable. Let's put it this way in there. Okay.
All right.
All right.
What would you like to do?
Me?
Evelios,
I think
the wizard.
I think I have like a way of sort of like detecting something.
Yeah, you have detect magic.
What?
What's daze?
Daze is actually a spell that you would use
Oh,
on an
for
opponent to
some
kind of
daze
confuse them
them.
out and like buy yourself some time and
Use it on him.
So besides listening, what can I do to that door?
you can actually search it to see if it looks like
Let's search the door.
Yeah,
Right
okay.
on.
You can search it to see if there's any kind of like
Do something.
funny business. Yeah, it's the big die 20. And then on your sheet there to the left,
+4.
okay, so that plus 4.
14.
Nice. Well, you are quite satisfied with you checking over the door, but it looks just like the one that you went through. It looks it doesn't look locked. There's no lock. It's just
No
like
lock.
the ring. Yeah, it looks like you could just probably push that thing right open if you wanted.
What you
Alright.
got?
All right, I'm looking at this chest, and
Yeah,
I'm wondering,
curious.
is this chest unlocked?
It has a latch, but it has no lock, padlock or anything like that. It looks like it's just like a latch.
So let me search through it and see what happens.
Yeah.
13.
-1.
And I think it's a -1.
Nah. Spot is -1.
Well, then what's your
is
search?
0.
0,
So I
okay.
get 13.
All right. So you wanted to open the latch and look inside to see. Yeah, okay, and that's what happened. You open it up, and then there's nothing that jumps out at you. In fact, it looks like some blankets, some throw pillows. It just looks like if somebody was coming over for the night, this is some extra stuff that they can make a little bit.
It really is like Pier 1 import.
So very simple stuff. Nothing
The
too
girls can
complex.
take it all we leave. They're like, well,
Nothing too complex.
At least we know he's very accommodating.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes. Very domestic.
And Jillian, what is Jillian gonna do? Where are you, Jillian?
She's over there.
Okay.
With the elf.
Okay.
I want to open the door.
You want to open it? All right.
Brave soul.
Yes, and as the wizard had already checked, it doesn't appear to be locked. Doesn't seem to have any locking mechanism. So if you want, go ahead. You're gonna
Change the roll.
no, you don't. You just want to open the door. You can. If it doesn't open, I'll tell you. So you just want to try to open the door.
Yeah. It
No,
doesn't.
no. Open the other way. There you go. However, there
Oh,
you
it's
go.
a pull on a
right.
push. Boy, do we feel bad, huh?
It's an internal
When you
door, not
when
an
you open the
external.
door and you look down,
Yeah.
just immediately by opening the door, again, all that nice magical light seems to light up the next room. So it looks like all your torches are pretty much useless unless you want to set things on fire with it, you know, or each other. Or
That's an
something like
idea
that.
that he should not be given.
So so the door. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So can I send the chimp through the door? I mean the rat.
Well, if we had a chimp in this game, we let him go first. He'd kill everything.
I don't know. Maybe the rat makes a noise similar to one. You know, instead of a squeak, it's more like a.
Goes in
All
as
right.
a rat, comes out as a dragon.
So again, the room is illuminated with these magical torches inserted into wall sconces. It lights up, and what looks to be a very large hallway in appearance. This room is actually a trophy menagerie. So it's like this long hallway, very nicely decorated, quite ornate, and lining both walls, going all the way down. It's like, at least like maybe about 100 feet. All sorts of like, you know, stuffed monsters, like maybe they were, you know, slain by the wizard in the past. Who knows? Maybe he collected
Is this
these
like a
things.
museum?
It looks very much like one, and they're both lining the walls. You know, before designing, I'm just describing basically what you're seeing.
That's interesting.
So don't you
So-
think we got to open another door?
I'm gonna open this
before-
door right in
yeah,
front of you
before
then.
we
What
go
the
in there?
hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay, who wants
He's
to
opening that door.
Okay, it won't open.
I'll smash it down.
Go ahead.
Don't I have a smash ability?
Well, yeah, it's a
Is it
strength.
locked?
Wait,
It's a
I'm
strength
right
check.
next to you. Give me
Is
a
it
second.
locked?
Move back.
Well, then that's a search. You can like kind of look. Well, you know what? Simple enough. It doesn't seem that it looks like very much like the others. It doesn't seem to have a lock in it.
Okay.
Just a handle to open.
Why don't we just see if I
and it
can
won't
just,
open.
can I just do a strength check?
Yes, like to see if it busts open. So like, where's your strength?
+2.
Okay, so you roll that.
Come
That's
on! What the hell?
good. And it won't open.
It's so anticlimactic.
Okay.
Isn't it?
It won't open.
Awesome. So how about the next door? We haven't opened.
There is
I'm
somebody over
closest.
there, yeah.
Yes. All right. You know, go ahead. Like I said, there's.
Wait.
You better pray to your dwarven god.
You could just open. You don't have to do a strength
Oh,
check because it will
okay.
just see if it
Open.
opens.
Oh, yeah.
It gave
And
us
no,
the
it
search.
doesn't open.
Ha!
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's
So
a,
now
that's
we
a
have
minor
to go through
technicality of the little
Okay,
thing on
okay,
there. Yeah.
okay, okay.
But no,
Check.
you go to open it and it won't open. It's like now it's also stuck like Tamadars. Okay, so
Now we have to go through there.
not necessarily.
I mean, okay, so we all have to go somewhere. And I mean, anybody want to quit just out of curiosity?
Or have we not searched everything? Maybe we
No,
can
we
find-
haven't searched everything, have we?
We could
we
find
need to
something in
move
there
the
that might
rug.
help us.
Good
Move
point.
the rug.
Good
You know-
point.
Wizard, you probably have the best intelligence.
Perfect.
Because most of them do. Because you need a high intelligence to cast spells. What is your intelligence and what is your bonus to that? So if you look on your sheet, you're going to see it to the right there.
We have +2.
Okay, so roll your die 20 and add 2 to that.
6.
That's six.
How you
Not
roll
all
the
yet.
same thing I got?
Who else has a very high intelligence?
That's a nothing.
Have a
Look on
10.
your sheet. What's-
I have 0. I'm a
Yeah.
fighter. I don't think that much.
Yeah.
So you have a +0.
Oh, I have a plus
Yeah, you have a
zero.
plus zero.
JK.
Wait, right here. We got a winner.
Plus
Okay.
All right. And she's right there too.
Yes. So go ahead. Go ahead.
Rolling it.
Roll the die 20.
Here it is. Nope, that's not it. Wait a minute. Where the hell did her D20 go?
She does not have a
She don't have a
D20.
D20.
Here, you can use mine for the sake of time.
I don't have this one.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
has.
'cause
She has
she
two.
has
She has two
two
D12s. Okay. Whoops. Yeah.
Surprise!
Is that a 6 or a 9?
Can we roll over a 10, one of us?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's a 9 because of the dash.
Right.
Yeah. So she has a
There's your
11.
6.
That's great.
So
That's
she has
perfect.
That's a
plus
big
2.
one.
9 plus 2.
In this
11.
group.
That's good. You have this brilliant idea. Why don't we try closing this door and then try and open the others?
What?
You're awesome. Hey,
Can I give you something?
close the door
Yeah.
and try to.
In a rage, I'm going to turn around and rip that carpet off.
Yes.
What the hell? Oops.
So-
Oh, I thought something
thank
was
you.
in it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Good
And
thing you drank it.
you go ahead and you rip that carpet, and no, doesn't appear to be a trap door. If that's what you're looking for.
So much for rage.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm gonna do what she said. I'm gonna open the next door on the
Okay.
northern side since I'm right next
All
to
right.
it.
And it opens very easily.
We can only do one at a time.
What do we have here? Door number 2.
You see an amazing room, a very long room, looks like a menagerie. It looks just like the other room.
What?
I like that one. You.
No,
Go
they all
ahead,
can't
try-
be the same.
I'll bet you they are.
Yeah.
Go ahead, close
No, I'm
that
not
door.
betting you.
Close it.
I'm not
Better
betting
close
you.
that door so we can check the
Close
other
the
All
door,
right,
dwarf.
Magda, you're over there.
I'll open.
And guess what? It opens really easily this time.
Okay. I was like, can I open? Hey,
Blow the
knock me
door
down.
Too much
And-
power.
I'm
too
not
much
gonna
power.
save you.
And you kind of look through it, and you look back, and you're like,
It's
Yep.
the same.
it's a menagerie.
Oh.
Okay.
So.
No matter which door we
We have to go.
And you do notice that, yeah, it looks like all the same kind of stuffed monsters going all the way down.
Like, all the sets are exactly the same.
There's
no
nothing in that
difference.
chest but linen,
Linen.
I mean, unless you want a cape.
bath and body.
Do you want a cape?
No.
You can tie one
What
around the
about
neck.
that urn over there?
And there was forks and spoons.
Yeah.
You could take them for the snacks later.
Ah. Well,
Just
I
give
say,
me the knives, and I'll explain
I
later.
say close that door and let's go north, right down the middle.
It's only because you're closer to that door. isn't it?
No, it's just
There,
because
they
it's
can go
logical.
first. They could be.
Let's do
They
that.
could be in front of us.
There's
Alright.
we. There's us.
Exactly.
No, there's him.
There was
I
no
went.
him.
I went first last time. You go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
You go ahead. We'll close the door.
I don't know.
I will be a gentleman and open the door for you.
I don't even know your origin story.
Don't worry about
Ah.
it. Step through the door.
Where are you from, anyway?
It's none of your concern. Go ahead, step through the door.
All right, so